Good morning, good morning. This is what we're reading today. Good morning to you. I am feeling much better. I think I'm about 80% there. I had to return a couple books to the library, and so I thought I would just park downtown and do some reading. This isn't a library book. This is my sister-in-law let me borrow this book. Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. And I'm only like 4 chapters in. But you guys, I really love this book so far. Obviously no spoilers because I'm not even that far in the book yet. But it's like about this mom who became a young mother. And so you're getting the perspective of her daughter as a teenager. And then the mom now as like a mid-30-year-old woman. And oh my gosh, you guys, I see so much of myself. So far, I'm only 4 chapters in. If she turns crazy, then maybe I still see myself in her. I don't know. But I see so much of myself in her. What's the mom's name? Morgan. I see so much of myself in her. She's like a housewife, and she, there's a part that made me laugh because she asked her daughter, like, if you could, her daughter's 17, she's like, if you could describe me in one word, what would you say? And she was like waiting for this, like, magical word. And her daughter was like, predictable. And she's like, what? And she was so upset. But that's so true. Like, you just kind of, she says like she does the same things every day. She cooks breakfast, takes her daughter to school. It's so relatable. And anyway, she's like, predictable. So then the next morning, her daughter wakes up and her mom didn't make breakfast, and she's sitting on the couch in her pajamas watching The Real Housewives, and her daughter was like, where's breakfast? And she's like, oh, I just didn't feel like making it. You can have a Pop-Tart. Because she didn't want to be predictable. I'm like, that is so petty, but I could see myself doing that. If my daughter called me predictable, I would so be like, get a Pop-Tart. We'll spice things up here. But anyways, I'm really liking this book so far. I really like it. Like I said, I'm barely into it, but it's so far I like when I can relate to a character. I hate reading about teenagers. Like, so many times romances write about teenagers and they're like 18. And I'm like, I don't want to read about 18-year-olds. I just don't. I don't want to read about even 20-year-olds. I just don't. I like when the characters are in their 30s or 40s, even 50s. Like, I like that. But there's just, it's just so many romances, and even thrillers, like the main characters, like 17 turning 18, 18 turning 19. I'm like, why are we reading about children? I don't want to read about children. I want to read about adults, but maybe I'm just picking all the wrong books. But I like that she's like in her 30s and she has a teenager, and she's like, everyone my age is just starting their families, and my daughter's getting ready to graduate high school. And I so relate to that because I didn't tell you guys this, but when we were back to school shopping, I ran into someone I went to school with, and she is a year older than me because I was a January baby. So back then, the January babies started school early. Like, I don't remember why or what the deal is about that, but we did. We started school early, so we were always a year younger than our peers. So I graduated high school when I was 17. Everyone else was 18. But anyways, so this girl is a year older than me, so she's like 40. Well, she'd be 40 or 41, right? That I went to school with. And we were at Old Navy back to school shopping, and Florence was in the dressing room trying on stuff. And she was there with her daughter. Her daughter was starting kindergarten. She was shopping for the first day of school ever. And I was shopping for the last first day of school. Like, my daughter is graduating high school and her daughter was starting kindergarten. And she's older than me. And I was just like, wow. Like, it's so funny how, like, really, I'm at an age where people are just in those early ages still, because like a lot of people don't start having children until they're in their 30s, mid 30s, late 30s. Like, that's very common. And I'm just like, it really, like, I was like, oh my gosh. Florence came into the dressing room and she's like, oh my gosh, that's your daughter? I was like, yeah, she's starting grade 12. She's like, grade 12? I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh my gosh, my daughter's starting kindergarten. I was like, oh wow. But it's just funny, eh? Like, how everyone's timeline is just so different. But yeah, that's kind of reminded me of this book, because she was like, everyone my age is just starting their families, and I'm like, my daughters were getting ready to leave the house. I'm like, oof, I feel that. I really do. But I wouldn't change a thing. I really wouldn't. Do I have a smudge? I gotta get going home here. I'm farting around outside the library reading my book. And anyway, I'm not going in anywhere today. Like I said, I feel great, but I still have a little, like, now and then I'll cough, so I don't want to like go in anywhere. I did get a coffee though, but I don't want to go in anywhere. It's just to be safe, because it's that time of year and I'm pissed off that I got sick from someone and I don't want to get anyone sick. But yeah, this book is so good. Ellie and I are watching our friend Raina.
Specific years you don't get a raise.
I'm gonna link her channel down below, guys. I love Raina so much. I watch. She's one of those people, when she uploads, I immediately watch. I gotta get better at commenting. It's just, I'm terrible at commenting on videos. But I love Raina so much. If you like me, you'll probably like her more. If you like me, you'll like her videos more than mine. I really like her. Hey, Ellie, you do too.
20 minutes to get fed, bring him home.
She keeps it real.
It's closer to 30.
Doesn't she, Ellie? We love Raina.
So I just kind of split my lunch and I'm doing the other.
Raina and I want to go to Vegas together. No, I'm just kidding, but maybe one day. We're both turning 40. Hey, Ellie, and you're turning 4. But she's on like a health journey, and she's mentioned her last few videos also about some perimenopause symptoms, and I love her. She keeps it real. I gotta think about what I want to make for supper tonight. This is the problem. I didn't really meal plan for the week. I kind of winged it this week, and that never goes well. It's never something that that I favor, to just wing every night and just make things with what we have. And I don't like doing, like, I mean, I don't mind doing it, but like, I like to have a meal plan. But anyway, that's okay. But tonight, Trevor, I text Trevor and I was like, tonight, like, will you sit down with me and help me make a meal plan for next week? And he was like, sure. Because I feel like I just think of the same things over and over and over, and I just like to hear, the kids will throw in things that they want, but it's always the same thing. Like, I already know what they're gonna say, but like, sometimes Trevor will think of something I didn't think of. I'm craving meatball subs. I want to make meatball subs, and so that's going to be on the menu. Shepherd's pie, even though I just made that, but that's going to be Friday for my brother's birthday. But then I don't know what to have the other days, so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to take out a pen and paper and meal plan. Exciting, but hey, I don't know, I feel better. And okay, I know I talk about my cycle all the time, but it's like, literally, like, if you guys actually pay attention to your cycle, it can be very helpful. So next week I'm going into a week where I know things are going to get a little bit harder for me. So if I go into next week already knowing that I have my whole meal plan, because believe it or not, that's the thing that triggers me the most. Like, if my hormones are starting to, like, you know, whatever they do, if I don't know what I'm making for supper, I feel like I've failed as a human being. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how, even though supper always will get put on the table, the fact that I don't know what it's going to be, it makes me feel like a failure. Like, and it's only certain times of the month where I feel like that. I'm going into, like, later next week, that's going to be where I'm at. And I just, tracking your cycle, you get to notice the patterns, and it does make it easier. So I used an app called, I don't even remember what it's called. I don't know. What's it called? Clue? Or is that a board game? Clue, I think. It's not sponsored, but the book I'm reading, Period Power, she talks about this app, and she's not sponsored by it either, but she's like, I like this one because it really tracks your data, and it focuses a lot on, like, perimenopausal women, and, like, kind of like, you get to, there's a spot where you, like, track your mood every single day. So every single day I go on that app and track exactly my moods, and you can see, oh girl, you scared me. You can see a pattern, like, literally, like, it's the same thing every month, but it just feels like it's always the first time it's happening, even though it's not. Ellie, you're only 4. You don't understand. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so I know meal planning tonight is going to set me up for success later on next week when things feel a little bit more impossible for me. And it's as simple as that. Like, normally I wouldn't know that I'm going into that week, like going into the week before my period. Like, I would just be like, oh no, I'm starting to feel this way again. Oh, like, I guess I'm just really not doing well with everything. I guess I'm really not this healed version of myself. I guess I'm really not this girl that has it all figured out. Like, I'm just not like that. I guess I do have all this anxiety, and I do, but it's like, it's just only for a week. It's only for 1 week where it feels this, and that's next week, okay? So like later next week. So anyway, it's going to be helpful. All this to say, we're meal planning tonight, and meal planning tonight is going to help me tremendously next week when I'm in the thick of it. And I'll be like, okay, this is what we're having. Okay, I already know. And then just that little bit of anxiety that I bring on myself for that week of knowing what I'm going to have is going to make everything so much better. So anyway, tonight, I didn't have a plan this morning, but since, you know, I'm at a good place in my cycle, I'm like, oh, I don't know what we're gonna have tonight. And then I was just looking around. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have chicken, potatoes, and carrots because we have all that stuff. So that's what we're gonna have. But if this today was next week, I would be like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what to do. Like, how could I have not planned something for supper, even though like I have things, and it's just like you can't see through the thick, dark smog. That's what it feels like. So anyway, it's really interesting when you start, I'm me at 39, starting to track my cycle. I understand I'm a little bit late. I've been getting a period for 30 years. I had my first period at 9 years old, and I've never tracked my cycles. Maybe a little bit here and there, but like never consistently until now. And you can learn so much. You can learn so much about yourself if you actually like track, and like you'll realize you feel the same way every month on the same day in your cycle. And although mine are shortening up, so I feel like I get a period all the time now. Like, it's still once a month, but it feels like it's like used to be every 31 days. Now it's like every like 26 days or something. So anyway, that just comes with age. I gotta stop. And I'm getting really bad acne. I'll track it in the app and see what it says. I don't know. I just remembered I won't be here for a couple of days next week. So I can plan something for the kids and Trevor to have in the house so they can sort out their supper. So that's kind of good. Yeah, you're going to miss me when I'm gone? You're going to miss me but my hair. You're going to miss me everywhere. We're going to miss each other, aren't we? He's drove Alex to the gym. He's feeling good, by the way. He's 1,000%, and I think I'm moved up to like 90%. But anyway, you guys are making me laugh. I was sitting in my car and I was looking at the comments. So a couple of you guys said, "Oh my god." I knew I could see eyeballs. Ellie, girl, you scared me coming in the house looking like that. Oh my gosh, when I walked into the house and that's what I seen was like eyeballs. Anyway, what I was saying was, in the comments, some of you guys wrote that it felt like Romper Room waiting for your name. You guys watch Romper Room? Oh my gosh, I watched that show. I think that was my first favorite show, Romper Room. And I don't know if it's a Canadian show or if it's like a show that's everywhere. I'm trying to find my tripod. But I should be cooking supper right now. I can't talk to you long. I got to get to cooking as I grab my book. But as far as I remember, it's like she was like a daycare teacher, wasn't she? Or like a kindergarten, like it was like a preschool or something. And at the end, she would pull up her mirror and be like, I see Amanda, I see Julie, I see Christopher. And she never once would say my name. And every single episode, I'd be like, does she see me? Does she see me? But like, I thought it was a real show. I mean, I was probably 4. Like, that's like one of my first memories I have is like romper room and like waiting for her to say your name. But that's so funny. You guys are like, me reading the comments felt like romper room. That made me laugh so hard today. I had a couple of those comments. I think I do want to do like a weekly thing of reading comments, because like vlogging 5 days a week is sometimes, like, I live a simple life. Like, we travel like once, maybe twice a year, maybe, like, but we, like, that's the excitement we have, and we eat like, you know what I mean? Like, I have dinners, but like, it's mostly me. Like, I just, like, I'm sitting home crocheting, reading, and I'm starting to get into TV, which I've never been into before, but like, I'm starting to get into like Netflix and like Prime and just different, you know, like watching shows and stuff. And so that's new, but like, I don't do a lot, like, other than like doing the stuff that you see me doing. Like, it's not like I live a very simple life, which I love, but sometimes I feel like I'm sharing the same things over and over and over. So filming 5 days a week is a lot when you're showing the same thing all the time. But I kind of had the idea like a few weeks ago to start reading like comments maybe. So maybe I'll do that like for Friday's videos, like read the comments for the week, and just like we can all discuss. And if there's anything you guys want me to share in the vlogs, like maybe you have exciting news, like maybe, you know, someone's getting married, or maybe your kid is graduating, or your kid lost their first tooth, or you're going out to dinner, or you're going to a steakette or whatever, like, and then we can like talk about it. And so I think I want to start, I was kind of playing around with that, and I was going to do that today, but yesterday I just kind of felt crappy. So I was like, I'll just read the comments that day, but I kind of want to do that weekly. So maybe like every Friday video will be just like casual video, one take, go through the comments and just respond and have a discussion with whatever you want to talk about in the comments. So, so anyway, maybe we'll start doing that, but I gotta get supper on the go. But I'm this far in, I'm on page 132. You guys, I love this book. There's so many twists and turns and drama, but it's like family drama, and it's like, I don't think this is a romance. I don't know, maybe it's a romance, I don't know, but they said it's a coming of time book. I don't know what that means. I don't know if I've read one before, or coming with age, or I forget what the genre is, but like it's very like, I don't know. I never read the backs of books because I like just being surprised, and I always just read books that people recommend. So if I'm at the library and I just see a book, sometimes I'll like skim it just to kind of see the gist, and then I'll take it out. I basically judge books by their cover, which, you know, I probably shouldn't, but this had so many twists and turns and so much drama, and I'm loving this book so much. Like, I really don't want to finish it today. I want this to be like a cozy weekend read. Like, just read this on the weekend, and oh, it's so good. I really love this book, but I borrowed it from my sister-in-law, so I'll have to give it back to her, but I've had it for a while. I don't think there's any rush to give it back. I think I've had it since March. You guys are just in time. Alex, you should have seen Ellie in your kit bag.
What?
She's so cute.
See, baby.
This is really hot.
Olha das aulas só. A pair of glasses and see them for $250. But that's just cheap. Oh, yo. Smells so good.
Ooh.
Are you sick?
Kissing me.
Are you sick?
He's kissing me. There's our supper. Supper's ready, guys. Supper is a chicken breast. I baked cheese on it this time. Roasted carrots and some mashed potatoes. We're going to have some chicken. I usually don't put cheese on it, but it's good. And I put garlic butter in my mashed potatoes.
Garlic mashed potatoes.
The corn, I just roast in the oven with some spices. Carrots.
Edit out. And good mashed potato.
Thank you. Very good meal.
Very good. Very tasty.
Didn't even have it planned. We're gonna watch a show as a family now that I'm into TV. What?
You're cute. We're doing family.
I heard this is good.
Want to watch the trailer?
The Girlfriend. Okay. But me, Trevor, Florence, and Alex are gonna watch it.
And Ellie.
It's a psychological thriller.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, okay, wait. Oh, wait, okay. Maybe Ellie is too little for this show.
It's a good family show.
It's supposed to be a psychological thriller. Okay, guys. I will, I'll see you on Monday for another video. Have a good weekend, guys. We're gonna watch this show. It's supposed to be good. I'll let you know what I think on Monday. And have a great weekend. And I'll see you then.
So I just close my eyes.